Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy VX's video, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 of each side. This is how I decided. We'll do 5 of the JP units in quotation marks because they'll be coming over to global eventually. So JP centric units that you normally come over to the global version are going to be on one list of top 5 of that, and then our top 5 global original units. So units that started in global or just stayed in global. So there'll be 2 separate ones. It's not a top 10. They're both separate. I think this is the best way to do it so that it's fair, because it's just too hard otherwise, I think. So anyways, let's get into it. We're gonna start with the JP units here, and Vivi is number 5. Now Vivi is the number 5. You never really know it's gonna be pretty good because he was already a pretty good unit. So he can be fit into pretty much any Magic DV team because he has so many elements that more often than not he's probably going to be in a DV team somewhere. So very easy 100 chain count. All you got to do is bring Steiner with you and it's not that big of a deal. And reflect damage can become even better now with Monolith, so his damage is actually strong. Sometimes he can be stronger than a finisher because the reflect damage is too high and the modifiers are just way too crazy. So that was an easy one to pick for me. Number 5 is Vivi. Number 4 is a 7-star, surprisingly. I know there's actually gonna be a 7-star in here. Avalanche Jessie, because she can do so many things. LB fill rate, LB for everybody, LB crystals for everybody, all in peril, and also full break. And on top of that, she can dispel the enemy before she does all those things too. So, and also auto provoker, and also evasion provoker, and everything like that too. So just so many things that she can do, considering that a lot of times the missions are 4 to 5 man, and you guys are on the global version, you're going to see this very soon. A lot of requirements now are 4 to 5 man requirements to get one of the missions done. So she's very good for those things because she can do so many things with one unit. So that's why Jessie's at number 4. Number 3 is Sephiroth. Oh my god, calm down, put down your hammer for a moment there. I know Sephiroth. Oh my god, why are you not at number 1? Because he's just better at the rest. But number 3, Sephiroth, he could cap DV stages and things when he's one of the newest units, even when he was not the right element, and sometimes he can still do it. Even if in Dark Visions, if it's not dark, he can still cap it pretty much because that was just how strong he was. So I don't know how much more I need to go into how good Sephiroth is, because I think everybody already knows about that. Someone that people don't probably know much about is Graf from Xenogears, and he'll definitely be coming very soon, and he is going to be in the number 2 spot in terms of best units of 2021. Super powerful, non-elemental finisher that can be put in literally any team that you would ever need him for. More often than not, he's going to be a secondary finisher, but that's not a bad thing because the first finisher would definitely take priority as the main finisher, and then secondary finisher would be him because he requires a little bit of setup. But other than that, non-elemental, his cooldown is non-elemental. It's super powerful, super powerful non-elemental finisher. So that's why he's in the number 2 spot. And number 1 spot may surprise you. It's Karl from season 4. His LB has a massive modifier that does not rely on variance on killers, and you might think that, oh wow, that's kind of bad though, no variance. But at the same time, you're like, hey, I don't have to worry about restarting the entire battle because I don't get a good variance or anything like that. He has no variance needs or anything like that. But he also has a Blizzaga strategy with his S team where you could also go down that route as well. He has 2 routes he can go to, so huge modifier on that. And also he just goes well with several units, including one of the on-banner units, Yosh, whatever you want to call her. She can chain with him very well, and also Kurosami, like I showed a few weeks ago, or however long it was. And he just goes along with pretty much a lot of ice damage dealers and stuff like that. So very good as the number 1 spot. I like to hear all of your number 5 spots for the JP version. Leave in the down below, and I hope to see those comments. I'll be checking. Do you agree with my number 5? I know there's some that I missed. I'm not very quickly though. I'm not doing any honorable mentions. I think that just takes away from top 10s and stuff like that. I probably have done it, so I'm not the best person to talk about that kind of stuff. But in this one, there's gonna be no honorable mentions. The number 5 and the number 5 is the number 5. You know, top 5 of this is the top 5 of that is what it is. There's no honorable mentions. I know that I missed out on like some other ones that are decent, but I just don't think they could make the cut in comparison to these ones. So let's go over to the global version now. All right, here we are. Yes, I know she's on the JP version now, but I'm talking about the global version of Vanera, who is far better, far better. Even though she's older than the JP version, I still feel like this one's way better. So Vanera Finesse is going to be the number 5 spot of the global version tier list. Not tier, well, I guess it is a tier list of the best units of 2021, of course. Anyways, 90% breaks, and that was like such a huge spike that it was a must pull just for the 90% break. Of course, she could do a lot of other things like side chaining, and also, you know, as a secondary finisher, she was pretty decent. I did use her as a secondary finisher several times, so Vanera definitely would get the number 5 spot guaranteed on that one. Number 4, Bulwark. This was the unit that I actually voted for back then when they were trying to do voting for these things. So I knew that this unit would be pretty special, and it didn't let me down because there's so many things that this unit can do. It's incredible. Breaks, mitigation, HP MP heal, stat buff, imbues, killers, chaining as well. Chaining. So there's a lot of things with this kit. It's incredible. So number 4 spot definitely goes to Bulwark because just of all the things that Bulwark could do. Number 3 gonna be Louise. Now let's ignore the CG animation. Well, the CG animation is pretty good, but the voice acting is not good. But other than that, a really incredible unit. Just, she literally made it so like guns are so good that people go out of their way to equip guns on people that don't equip guns, like use the equip gun material on people who can't equip guns normally, just because of this. Just because of her gun in peril, people went out of their way to give guns. Like Sephiroth and Black Sparky, for example, they went out of their way for this unit to have the gun in peril. It was crazy. She has spirit breaks, she has multiple chaining options, things like that. Really amazing unit. So that is why she is in the number 3 spot. Number 2, Lowercraft. The Neo Vision version, of course, because there are 2 versions. I don't want anyone to get confused, even though I did use the sprite for the Neo Vision version. So huge damage potential in Clash of Wills, definitely gonna be for a very long time. Just so powerful, and multiple killers, able to be a finisher or chainer. Of course, she's better as a chainer, but she can be used as a finisher as well, as if you need that option. And the 90% breaks on top of a huge fire amp, and so much more that she can do. Just a very self-sustaining unit. She doesn't need any help in terms of filling the LB gauge because she can do it herself with our base form. So very good. That is why she's the number 2 spot. And I think most people will probably know what the number one spot is, but yeah, I think everybody pretty much already knows what the number 1 spot is, because this is my favorite unit of 2021, White Dragon Ling. The absolute golden standard perfect unit that you could ever ask for. She can use in Clash of Wills, she can use out of Clash of Wills, just everything you would ever want and more. And she can give chaining, she can be a finisher, she can give imbues, she can break, she can give mitigation, she can give mirage, she can imbue. I don't know if I said that already or not, because there's so many things. Killers. What else? There's so much more that it's crazy. Stat buffs, little burst damage buff. Like, she literally does everything that you could possibly ever ask. And this is how you make a good unit. Alan and Gumi, whoever made this unit, don't fire them. Bring them back, because it's obvious lately that they are gone. And so bring back the person who made Ling, give them a raise, and let them just make units from now on. Serious, I'm not even joking. I'm laughing, but it's because I want it to happen. I loved Ling back in the day, and I'm really glad that she's good now, and she'll be good for a very long time, because even if her breaks aren't gonna be the best of all time in the future, it'll still be fine. She does have all those other things that I mentioned that can't be power crept that easily. Supports, more often than not, are gonna be longer lasting than DPS. DPS are a dime a dozen, but Ling is forever. Hashtag Ling is forever, pretty much. Yeah. All right, that's gonna be my top 5 of each side's of best units of 2021. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? Leave it down in the comment section down below. And I hope you guys have a happy new year if you haven't already. If you had, then happy new year to all of you guys. And I hope to see you in the next year. Or later if you watch my other video that I'll be putting out later. So, peace!